Welcome to the Full Charge Robot Power Hour. I'm here with Craig Coleman.
Yeah.
Bryan Irwin.
Missed you guys.
Yeah, it's nice to have you back. Oh. Pledge on Patreon, patreon.com/the full charge. And if you live in Hartford, I'm going to be there April 18th and 19th. And if you live in Boston, I'll be there on the 17th of April. The calendar's really filling up, guys.
Nice.
There it is.
Nice.
My healthcare journey continues.
Okay.
This one wasn't as bad. I finally got around to going to the lab and get my blood work done.
All right.
How long do you guys procrastinate on this shit? Because for me, it was 3 months.
Oh. No, I'm usually right away when they call.
Do you? Because
but it's real convenient at my house.
Yeah.
At my hospital.
It's not for me because I got to get in a car and drive, first of all, which means I can't have coffee, which even when I plan it, I go, it's not happening today.
Right.
I'm drinking some coffee right now. I'm not fasting, in other words.
Sure.
So I go to the one closest to my apartment, and it's filled with people, and there's where the reception is just a sign. It's all the way down, like the whatever.
Oh, you didn't schedule an appointment? You did a
well, and it says schedule an
walk-in?
appointment, and I go to schedule an appointment, and there's just a terrible app. So I find something about 4 miles away that has like rave reviews. It's right down by Crawford's where we all met.
Oh, yeah.
We had that fried chicken.
Okay.
All right.
And I go down there. I got an appointment and everything. But, you know, half of Los Angeles looks like a bomb hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Armageddon. Like a fucking heavy metal video from 1984.
Yeah, you do understand how Escape from New York happened, right? You're like, oh, yeah, we're kind of right at the cusp of it.
Yeah. So anyway, I go in there, and long story short, this woman taking my blood, she just goes, she asks, I started cracking on those doctors. Like I've told you, I had a bad experience with those doctors.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, they're bad? And I'm like, oh, maybe she knows them. I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. I used to have better health insurance. That's all I say.
Yeah,
in New York, I had better health insurance. She's like, what was it? And I'm trying to think. And I'm like, oh, it's United. And she goes, oh, they just shot that CEO.
Yeah.
I go, yeah. And she goes, they need to kill the person who shot. She's like taking my blood. She goes, they need to kill the person that shot that guy. She goes, they need to bring back the death penalty. She goes, it's in the Bible. Like she's
jeez.
Wow, your blood draw went deep quick.
Yeah, it did.
It did. And I go, that's the Old Testament of the Bible. Like eye for an eye. Like the whole point, like now I'm in a philosophical discussion.
Okay.
I'm always telling Christians how Christianity works.
Did your blood go back out? You know that they can do that, right?
No.
If you look at your blood, like if you're panicking, your blood drawn, if you look at it,
it'll suck back in.
I
wasn't panicking.
So you kept the blood, you were actually pumping. You were excited.
Yeah, because I'm like,
blood.
I'm not looking, I'm doing this stuff. And I am talking now instead of concentrating on it. But I'm like, yeah, you know, that's the Old Testament. I'm like, the Jesus part is
cast the first
turn
stone.
the other cheek.
Yeah.
You know, so
and
by Jesus' stand, she's on to the next thing.
She's
like any good Christian, she doesn't want to hear about what's in the Bible.
Yeah. Right.
So
she's like, I like the old stuff.
Yeah. And she goes, they need to bring back the death penalty because then no one would commit any crimes. And I go, you know, they still have the death penalty.
Yeah.
In like a ton of states. And people still do all this stuff. I'm not arguing it one way or the other.
No, Texas just cranks them out. Man.
Right. So I'm just trying to tell her they still have it.
Yeah.
And guess what? There's still crime.
Right.
And she's just like, she's like, in other states, huh? They have that? And I'm like,
yeah, read a little bit, you fucking idiot.
Well, she was so cute and sweet.
Back to phlebotomy, lady.
That I was just, it was like kind of a fun. It was kind of a
good
thing.
jokey joke.
And not only that, she was still good at her job.
Sure.
In fact, that's another thing. And then we started talking about, I go, but you know how horrible it would be to get one of those lethal injections? Oof. And she was just like, oh, yeah, terrible, terrible. And I go, it's bad enough just getting your blood drawn once a year. And she's like, you didn't like the way I do it? You don't like the way I do it? I'm like, you're good at your job. You're good at your job. It was just so funny to have someone take your blood and start talking about how they want the death penalty.
I'm impressed that you had a conversation. When I go in, and maybe it's just because I just look like the guy no one wants to talk to, I'll be like, yeah, so anyway, they're like, nope, just go ahead and tap that in there. Let's go ahead and get that blood. Thanks for coming in today, Mr. Irwin. Have a nice day. I'm like, and fair enough, thanks.
That's usually me.
Just keep it quiet and moving on. Let's go.
That's what you talk about quite a bit, and I feel it too. It's like once you're over a certain age, people just think you're not really a person and not worth talking to.
You have no value in conversation.
And they think society is always evolving. So you come from a time where, like, you know, like the Ku Klux Klan was sitting next to you in church, but it wasn't. They don't realize it's a cycle of progressive to conservative, of progressive to conservative. They don't know you come from a time. I love how all these 50-year-old dudes are like, everybody gets a trophy now. It's like, for your generation too, asshole. I was there. Everybody always got a trophy, you fucking douche.
Yeah.
And by the way, like, East Coast guys telling that joke is the trophy of being a comedian there. In other words, everyone tells that fucking joke. If you're from the Northeast and you're performing in Boston or New Jersey, everybody gets a trophy. Everybody gets a trophy. Everyone has that goddamn joke. It's ridiculous.
It is a dumbass statement and joke. It's like, no, there's still people that lose hard all the time.
3 of them.
Yeah. And by the way, if you lost, you know it.
I lost
the trophy
a lot.
don't help.
Yeah, I lost a lot. And it was good.
Sure.
It was character building.
Yeah.
To finally, my dad just looked at me and goes, yeah, you don't have to keep doing these sports if you don't want to. I'm like, thank fucking God, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, they eventually just got me to the swim team where it's just like, yeah, swim for 2 hours a day. You'll probably be pretty good.
Right.
And you probably can't drop the ball.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm terrible with the ball.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You guys know I come from a sports family. My boys played, you know, and still play.
Yeah.
And I even see it at that even uber competitive level where kids are just like, they feel like they can't quit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right. And it's just like, they should.
Right.
If you're fucking miserable, please step down.
Also, yeah, find something you like doing. Find something you can put your energy into.
Yeah.
You know?
That's just, but that it doesn't even stop with the, like your dad saying, yeah, you can quit at, you know, age 8 or whatever. There are kids that tried to quit at 12 and they're like, no. You have to do something in high school, and you played baseball, so play baseball in high school, and then they play it, and then it's eventually fuck you, Dad, I hate you, right?
Yeah.
I dropped out of soccer because my high school didn't have a football team or anything. Thank God. I don't think I would have played anyway. But my senior year, I'm like, yeah, I'm quitting soccer to skateboard full time.
That was your press conference?
This is ridiculous.
I mean,
this is ridiculous, but that was my plan, and that's what I did.
That's cool.
You know,
this is the announcement you made to your parents, or just in general. That's what you thought to yourself.
It wasn't a big deal either. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing soccer this year, because it was kind of like they wanted me to do it for college, but the college applications and everything were already underway.
I get it. So I heard that the other day. My son was talking about these kids that were considering quitting baseball. And they said that the only reason why they were playing it was so that it looked good on their college resume. And I think to myself, are they really looking at those college, admissions, and they're flipping through? They're like, wait a minute, hold on a second,
ball player. Look at this guy.
And that was the thing that brought you over the top.
I think it helps in a tie. Like, if it's like, all right, we got this kid. He's from the same background. He has the same exact shitty grades.
But it still doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
You're not going to play ball in college.
Average, 3 home runs. Boom, winner.
I'm only counter-arguing because I hate to think I wasted 3 years of my life playing soccer.
And here's the biggest part. Well, you did.
I also wasted 5 years of my life going to college.
As did I. Never used that fucking degree.
No.
But that's the thing, too. It's like, they're not getting scholarships. They're begging to pay those people a lot of money.
Yeah.
Let me into your place so I can give you a shitload of money and go into debt for, well, a lot of these kids are, if they're fortunate enough, they come from rich families where they're not going into debt. But,
Yeah, that's like 7 people.
But, yeah, everybody else?
You're fucked.
I went on a temporary rant with my wife the other day about the college is a scam. It's gotten too expensive. All it does is put people in debt. It doesn't guarantee you any jobs in life. And the next thing you know, you're paying for 20 years. You're paying your student debt. It's all bullshit. Why are we sending kids to college? And she just never said a word and just let me peter out. And then we moved on to something else.
Well, because her education.
It took her 20 years to pay off for it. She knows what I'm talking about, but it's just like she still believes in going to college.
Sure.
Well, yeah, because she couldn't have her job without it.
Right.
Her job.
Yeah.
Her job.
Exactly. That's when it's worth it.
Yes. But a lot of those degrees are not.
Sure.
I'm really starting to understand the liberal arts joke more and more.
Oh, yeah. It depends on what you're going to college for. Yeah.
No, because I majored in film production, and we shot on stuff that was old for then. So it was 1995, and we're shooting on news cameras from 1965.
Wow, those things were huge.
16 millimeter. Yeah, they make so much noise. You gotta like zoom in from like
Quiet on set.
a mile away.
You know,
Right, and then you're editing on a Steenbeck, which is this thing.
Yes.
Taping it.
Yes.
And you get to L.A. and then you got to be a PA just like everybody else. So you might as well go when you're 18.
Yeah, and just start as
Then
a
you
PA.
could be something by the time you're 25.
Right.
Practical experience, get paid to do
Right.
to learn.
Or if you want to be a jerk-off comedian for your life, start when you're 16. Because that's when you're at your most jerk-offiest. And you just get up there, and by the
good
time
point.
you're 20... Like, they only like you when you're young anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Right.
You could have 7 jokes, or not even 7 jokes, like 3 jokes, and you're 19, and they're like, we gotta sign this guy.
Yeah. You're still
We need to
fresh.
disappoint audiences all over the country with this
Yeah.
fresh face.
You still have this glow in your eyes.
Yeah.
I do I've done it, the thing where I sit somebody down when I'm training them. Like this guy came from Chicago. He used to get to open for big people in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Doing the comedy club thing
Sure.
there. Had a house.
Wow.
Gorgeous wife. They're about to have a kid. And I go, so why'd you move here? Why are you here in L.A.? And he's like, well, to pursue comedy.
Yeah.
I go, okay, how much comedy have you done since you've been here? He goes, well, none. I haven't really.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody, and it's kind of hard to get in. I go, yeah. I go, okay, cool. What'd you leave behind? He's like, a house. My family lives there, and a steady gig there, of course. And sometimes I'd go on the road a little bit. I go, oh, okay, that's cool. I go, so I've been on TV. I've done several commercials. He's all, yeah, a lot. And I go, probably 1 or 2 a year. And he goes, cool. I go, I was at the Comedy Store a lot, improv a lot.
Yeah.
He goes, dude, that's all great. I go, yeah, but you and me are in an abandoned hospital right now. And there's about 100 people that we got to fucking ring them in like they're cats, dude. We got to rein them in and keep them from destroying this place. And I go, and they all hate us. I go, this is fucking L.A. And I go, and all those guys, the grips and shit, they're all directors. But no, they're grips. Everybody came here with a dream. Everybody got their fucking face kicked in. So you're going to raise your kid here? That beautiful wife? You think she's going to like L.A. that long? I want to say within a month, that guy was back in Chicago.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you really did it to him.
Dude.
I fucking did, dude. And I saved his goddamn life.
You did.
I fucking saved his life.
did.
He's back home eating deep dish pizza.
Shit, yeah. And that wife is still happy. Here's our 3rd baby. And we can afford stuff. Yeah.
There's some truth to that. Go
Yeah.
live your life, kid.
Go live your life, kid.
Because it ain't out here.
Because it's just not here.
Well, it is out
It
here
is
too,
here.
though.
It is.
We're just shitting on it. We could
I
have
know,
left
but
a long
there's-
time ago.
I know,
and
but-
we didn't. So
but
we're all 3 of us are fucking hypocrites. And
Oh,
we
I'd
know
rather
it.
die
And we
here than
love
in
it.
Bakersfield.
There you go.
I love it too. I've left a couple of times and come back.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I've
You
left,
know?
and I couldn't wait.
Right.
I told the wife one day when we were up in Washington, I go, I just want to see a transvestite that looks like a fucking linebacker walking down the street in a skirt. I go, this fucking place sucks. The Mexican food is shit. And she's just like, finally, she's like, yeah, I don't like it here. I go, thank God.
You just wait for that to settle
That's
in.
what I was waiting for her to go, I don't like it here. Oh, good, we're fucking out of here.
No, I think at a certain point you have to chalk it up to like I've had when you get here, the idea is like I'm gonna make a ton of money doing what I love, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it every day. But then after a while, if you want to look at it positively, you have to say, well, I made a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those 2 or 3 commercials a year that you're doing,
Right.
like that's a serious fucking experiment. I mean, experience.
It is. Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
so-
for sure. For sure.
I feel the need to like fucking tell the audience that it's not all horrific.
It's not. I have no
You know?
regrets.
No, you're
I
not
agree
wrong.
with you 100%.
You're not wrong.
It's perspective, though.
Yeah.
What you're saying to this kid is like, if you think that there's only one way and you have to grab that golden ring, be careful, son, because that's not how
Yeah.
that shit works.
And nowadays, like you can make it in your hometown.
That was my thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You're already the guy in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Why
which is a
why
huge
give that
city,
up? You're in
so-
Chicago.
Because
Yeah.
now you can just get on your phone
Yeah.
and put on your clips
Right.
and your podcast,
Right.
and we could do this anywhere.
I was like, you can do your thing from Chicago. I
yeah.
was like, you don't have to come to LA. and
Right.
Fucking throw away your entire awesome life.
And that
I'm from Bakersfield, dude. yeah, I was gonna leave.
Yeah.
Even if that meant going to prison would have probably been a better situation. Like, I'll be the fucking shot caller in this motherfucker. But, yeah.
And what you were really right about is when you move to a new town like LA or New York and you try to get in the comedy scene, it's like, even if you take a couple years off, it's like you're fighting for like 7 minutes of stage time here or there.
Yeah.
And you're barely getting up and you're barely making any money.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's so competitive and rough.
Yeah, you got to really be determined.
I'm just okay with it.
Oh, you got to be okay with it after a minute. Especially since you know you're not going to fucking go all out again. And like you're not going to go do like open mics every night again.
Right.
You're not going to go through that again.
Yeah.
So fuck it.
No, I'm ready to start over at it, and it's because I'm so fucking dead inside. I think it'll be easier this time.
I agree.
Well, it is because once you realize you're doing it because you want to do it,
because I want to do it.
then you're fine.
no audience can hurt you.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
No club booker or independent booker can hurt you. Like nothing can hurt you.
It never feels like, oh, this is a make or break night.
No.
It's always just like, oh, what am I going to be, the hot fucking 50-year-old?
Yeah. Not
like
happening.
Best case, worst case, it's all the same.
Right. Right.
And it's all good, as they say.
yeah.
I remember towards the end of when I really slowed down from doing stand up, somebody had gotten me on this gig, and they gave me the light, and I was literally wrapping up my joke, and they gave me the light and they started playing music over me.
Damn.
While I was closing up, and I had never had that happen before.
Yeah.
And I'm not cocky. I'm not a dick 9 times out of 10. I stopped. I stared at them, and I'm like, "Are you really fucking doing this right now? You're gonna light and fucking do the
music?
at the same time, like I'm some fucking rook."
Yeah.
I just got off, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Don't ever fucking do that to somebody." I go, and I'm not even just talking about me.
Yeah.
I go, you know how hard it is to do fucking stand up in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
You don't need to fucking humiliate people on stage.
Yeah,
I go,
dude.
if I went 5, 6, 7 minutes over my time, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? Do whatever you got to do to get me off stage.
Right.
But this whole like rules are rules, and we gotta, we run a tight ship.
Right.
Yeah.
I go, it's fucking humiliating to people.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to do stand up, so don't ever fucking do that again.
Where was this?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
It's a restaurant. It was upstairs bar restaurant place.
Yeah.
It's closed down now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the point was that person books shows all over town, and I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
get mad at me? Fuck you. You shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
I don't care
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
beautiful.
dude.
And I'll tell you, the impact it had was 0. But I felt really good about saying what I said, because I was like, that's bullshit.
Well,
I
no-
wouldn't have said that early on. I'd be like, oh, I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah, I want to do this again next
Yeah.
week.
yeah, right. It's like, hey, if I ever see you in a dark parking lot, you probably won't see me, but you will wake up in a Kaiser Permanente. Yeah. Doot, doot.
I ended up at a rock concert this weekend.
Yeah, I saw a
I,
post. What band was that?
It's Dinosaur Jr.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
My friend hit me up
Sick.
that I went to high school with. He lives down in Manhattan Beach or Redondo Beach. And he's seen Dinosaur Jr. like 25 times. In fact,
Sure.
every time I've seen Dinosaur Jr., it's been
It's
with
with him?
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. And so he hit me up and he's like, yeah, well, this is a couple months ago. I'm going to go see Dinosaur Jr. Your brother's coming down because he's friends with my brother.
Okay.
And he goes, I got to tell you, though, tickets are about $100. And I was like, yeah. I
That
just
ain't
can't.
bad.
It ain't bad, but I can't justify paying $100
Right.
to see a band I've already seen.
Yeah, that's fair.
And especially when I don't particularly like going to shows.
Sure, sure.
So I was just like, right now, I can't justify that. And but then he hit me up, and he's like, yeah, I'm at the Dinosaur Jr. show. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, yeah, sorry I didn't get that ticket. What I just told you guys, I couldn't
Yeah.
justify paying $100.
Yeah,
He goes, yeah. The reason why they're $100 is because I accidentally bought the double ticket, which was one night Dinosaur Jr. and then the next night Dinosaur Jr. because they're both playing the same venue 2 nights in a row. So he accidentally bought 2 tickets.
Oh.
And he goes, yeah, you want this ticket?
$50?
No, $50. I already laid out that I couldn't afford it. He just
Right.
gave it to me, and I didn't bite. I'm like, yeah, thanks for the ticket. Because he already paid for it, and he's like, I'm definitely not going.
Right.
Wait, so you went by yourself?
I just went by myself.
Okay.
That's how,
It was
that's how you
so
do it.
cool Because you don't have to shout in anyone's ear.
No.
Like the movie Singles.
You can leave early.
Yeah. Do you believe how much beers cost here? I know, it's out of control. You know, just fucking shouting in each other's ears. In fact, I put my earplugs in before the band even started and didn't get any hearing loss or anything like that.
Oh, that's how you do it. Like a man, dude.
Yeah.
Like a grown-ass
So,
man.
yeah, you don't care because guess what? There was guys there that look way older than me.
Oh, Dinosaur Jr.
Dinosaur
been
Jr.
around.
They look way older than me.
Yeah, they do.
Dude's like 60. He looks like a witch.
You ever watch that guy get interviewed?
Yeah, he doesn't answer the questions.
His level of enthusiasm is always at about 2.
Yeah, he's like one below Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
he's like not
yeah,
answering
totally.
this
He's just
question.
like, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a new record, but yeah.
Mark Maron said he was like about 3 minutes into the interview, and he was like, "Oh shit," because he had the bass player on to talk about the main guy. They were talking shit about the main guy.
About Jay.
Yeah, they were like, "Woof." He was like, "Fuck." I guess I'm having 2 guests on this podcast.
That's too good. That's too good.
What I will say for my generation that I was so proud of, you'd only see like one phone filming at a time.
Oh,
It wasn't like Ariana Grande where
The
like
whole
the whole
room,
place
right.
is just filming.
right.
I was so impressed with my
Nice.
generation for being like, no, we're actually going to enjoy the
Just
show.
sit here and watch this shit.
Because they're probably just like me. Like, I'm light on it. I've only seen them 3-4 times.
Right.
Everybody there has probably seen them every time they come through.
They're loyal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw, it's funny you bring that up. There's another pet peeve of mine, and it usually happens more with like really, really famous artists or top 40 artists. Somebody had posted a video of like Taylor Swift closing out her Eras tour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand people that go to the show. And I know this has been happening since the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know they're singing. You don't need to scream through the whole fucking song. And Did you just literally go there to scream through the whole set?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. How can you scream and also enjoy the music?
I don't know, but I'll counter that with an indie show where like the greatest band in the world, that your favorite band is up there and they finish the song and everybody's just like,
Right. Right.
pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Almost
guys.
as good as the record.
Not bad.
It's like, come on. Come on.
My dad saw the Beatles.
Okay.
And I was like, what? You fucking saw he saw all kinds of bands. He'd be like, yeah, I saw Jimi Hendrix. Like, what? You fucking this guy? And he goes, I go, you saw the Beatles? He goes, yeah, but it sucked. He goes, you couldn't hear them.
Right.
Because the fucking screaming.
Yeah.
And then back then they just had little amps on stage. And so
It would go through like the PA.
yeah,
Right?
you're at
Like a baseball
at
stadium.
a base.
PA.
Yeah, that's where we saw him in Seattle at a baseball stadium. Shea Stadium, is that in Seattle?
No,
No,
that's New York.
Oh,
but
then he
but-
saw him in Seattle,
Yeah.
and yeah, you couldn't hear it. He's like, you could see him.
right.
Yeah,
He
No,
still
they
went though, so that's cool.
but he was there.
No,
I go,
he-
you were there,
He
dude.
saw him with his own eyes.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I go,
And-
that's pretty great. That's historic.
Yeah, they say they couldn't hear themselves.
Yeah.
They-
Can you imagine?
They stopped touring because
Yeah.
of that, and then even Mick Jagger tried to get John. He's like, no, you guys should come out.
Yeah.
He goes, the speakers are better. It's loud.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah.
Nah, we're doing fine in the studio.
Yeah. He's like, I'm making a ton of fucking money.
Can you imagine? They were like the first people to do that, right? They're like, we're not touring.
Yeah.
You're just going to buy our records.
Right.
And everybody's like, yes, we will.
Right. Yeah. Done and done.
To the point where people were excited they were playing on a rooftop and you couldn't even see 'em.
Right.
Like, I think it's the Beatles. I don't recognize the song.
Didn't Steve Martin quit doing stand up because he had to do theaters?
Yeah.
Or not even theaters, stadiums.
Yeah.
Stadiums.
And he said it was just people screaming the whole time. It's like
Yeah.
from stand up standpoint, even more so.
Yeah.
Music, you just you can't stop. You just got to keep going.
Yeah.
But stand up, it's about rhythm and timing and all this stuff, and it's like they don't mean to shit on your jokes.
Yeah.
But they're unintentionally
Totally.
shitting on your jokes.
I mean, I think I talked about this when I was in New Orleans. Like, somebody came up to me after the show and they're like, I'm the one that shouted diaper rash when you made that joke about cocaine. And I'm like, don't remember it? Guess what? I don't have a joke about cocaine. You're thinking of the other guy. But like, that's the thing. Like, even in this small theater in New
Right.
Orleans, everyone was like trying to fuck me up. And that was part of the experience for them, was like kind of like trying to fuck me up. They probably didn't know they were going to fuck me up. They think you're like some Chuck E. Cheese robot.
Fucking idiot.
Who can just do your thing.
Jesus Christ.
Good callback to the opening of the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And here's where we are. Before the show started, we were just kind of bitching about where the industry is at. Production.
Right.
Last week, I did a Zoom audition. Not a self-tape. Self-tape's one thing.
Sure.
You just tape it, take the best one, and send it in. This was, you get the explanation and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the Zoom call, and then you're like, okay, now we're doing this like
What do you
live.
see? What do you see?
I see a guy's face.
It's just
Just
face.
one person.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't the table of people.
God help me
like
if it's a Zoom callback.
Yeah.
And hopefully they have enough money to rent a goddamn fucking office so I can go in and do this shit. You know? And now you're just in your bedroom and there's this big old dresser right there.
Right.
So stupid.
Yeah, I've had to do those on set.
Uh-huh.
And find a quiet place somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
Do a quick filming of my audition.
Yeah.
And I look like an insane person because I've done it on the rooftop of a parking structure. Whole film crew's over here, and I'm over here talking to my car.
Yeah.
Well, they probably think you're on TikTok or something.
Yeah,
so.
that's probably accurate. And I'll even get creative because the commercial is like, you're looking inside of a refrigerator. It's the POV of a refrigerator. So I actually put my camera in the fridge.
You got sets.
Open the fucking fridge. I
got
came with
sets,
sets,
dude.
bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No books.
Okay,
Haven't booked them.
That's all right.
but your shit looked good.
It's fine. No, it's terrible. I actually need
it's
the guy in the room telling me, do it again like this.
Oh, it's way better, and you can read your lines off their big board and everything.
Yes.
Even though they're like, don't read the lines, and you're like, you think I memorized this shit?
Yeah.
It's gonna take me 4 days to
Yeah.
memorize these 2 lines.
Yeah, that's why you put your the lines just off camera, buddy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
I know. That's what I do too. But then they'll always be like, yeah, make sure you get at least the first 2 sentences off book, and you're like, nah, I'll just not get this commercial. I'll fucking read it because it's gonna be better if I read it.
Commercials
Sorry.
are always just the dumbest. You always read it and you're like, nobody talks like this.
Yeah.
Eddie Pepitone has a great bit about it.
About
Honey, how did you get the stain out of this shirt? And he just goes into and he just looks insane. It's fucking hilarious.
I love that guy.
I do too.
Aaron, can we see a couple clips until we get to Wendell at 1:45?
Sure.
Let's get some clips up. Bryan, you send so many clips.
Clip
They're
King.
great.
I was like, oh, we should use some of these.
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what you were doing, but then it hit me once because videos are tough for me. Like, people send me videos and I'm like, when am I going to have time to watch this? Like, sit
Right.
down and like really watch it and comment on it. And I
Yeah,
never watched
yeah.
it. And then I watched them all at once. And I was like, these are amazing. We need to put them on.
I've
Yeah.
gone down quite the rabbit hole. I've changed my algorithm completely.
So have I.
I'll find a video, like a kooky video, and then I'll see what other like derivatives of that are out there. And it's been amazing. It's the best time of my life. Instagram is my new favorite. The other ones, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, me and Karen
If I want to
send
get depressed, I
memes.
go to X, and then I jump back to.
I don't go
Instagram.
to X anymore, man.
Yeah, me and Karen send memes to each other. She sends the funniest shit, and I just fucking laugh our asses off. And most of it's stuff you can't say to other people.
Sure.
Right. But we get it, and we're
Of
just
course.
like,
It's
yes.
marriage.
And I'll repost the ones that are just really good. But yeah, the stuff you send, like you sent the work. My favorite thing from the '80s is work videos. Where they're like, this is not what
Demonstration?
you should do. Demonstration. The worst acting ever.
Oh,
of
yeah.
all time. The scenarios are just so fucking over the top. Sexual harassment videos are like the best.
Totally.
I still have to do those every like 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's just always just like smack on the ass. And it's just like, that's inappropriate. You're like, well, fucking duh.
Yeah.
Like, really? We had to make a video about this?
We just elected a president that's been convicted of
Yeah, we did.
of sexual assault
We certainly did.
in civil court.
Yeah, we did.
And we're still going to have to watch those
And
videos.
I'm still going to have to watch
Yeah.
this fucking video?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
President.
Yeah, I got the
Don't want to
memo.
dwell on it. Definitely an interesting point.
No, it's a solid point, my man. It's a solid.
Can't remember the guy's
solid
name they
point.
elected, but
Yeah. Yeah.
hasn't been in the news that much. Oh man, I heard Wendell shaved his beard too.
Oh, right.
Right before Christmas?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's odd.
he's always working against himself. Self-sabotage. He could have made some extra money.
tell him that women are really into the Santa beard thing?
Yeah,
This is his golden opportunity.
I don't think he cares about women.
No,
Okay.
he don't. No,
In
he
a
doesn't care about
relationship.
hooking up.
Oh,
No.
all right.
I mean, his video game world would be done.
He just likes living how he's living.
Okay.
I agree.
long
And
as
I,
he's happy.
I get it. I've lived like that.
Like, he'd die inside if he had, like, fucking stepkids and a wife. Ugh.
So this, I pulled up.
Oh, what's this, America?
He's playing like it's an Elton John song.
I couldn't even
Saturday
tell what he's
night's
doing.
gonna be all right. The reason I like this video is because it looks like every gig I take that Claude Stewart recommends. Look at that. That's
What
exactly
is this
that's
guy?
exactly what it looks like. If America has turned into a real fucking crazy place, man.
Is this karaoke?
Yeah, this is karaoke.
At the fairgrounds or some shit? Or that's a bar. That is a big ass flag, dude.
Well, what country you think you're in, man? Just in case you couldn't get it.
Yeah,
By
huh?
the way that guy looked.
I'm still nervous. My heart
Jesus.
He's definitely of the Wendell ilk, though. He's got his sunglasses on inside.
You know, sometimes you watch something like this and you see how, like, the people are actually entertained, right?
Yeah.
And you think about all the craft and energy that goes into trying to entertain them with stand-up.
Yeah.
And then this guy just goes up there and bastardizes
Crushes
the
it.
karaoke song and he's
Yeah.
crushing it. Yeah.
That's what I
it's
mean.
just-
And they're paying just as much attention
Yeah.
as they do to me.
It's fair.
You know?
Hey, nothing against him.
Well,
He knows his lane. He knows his lane.
Sure.
Yeah.
It says
And it
it was
worked.
in New Hampshire,
okay.
Manchester, New Hampshire.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
that's a
not-
little east for what I was thinking, but
At a place called the Goat.
Yeah, let's gotta go down to the goat. That definitely had Bakersfield vibes for sure.
yeah, no, that's just like everywhere, and
It's
it's
America.
just like you know,
it's
you
very
just
America.
I'm just like now starting to accept it.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, that's just how it is.
yeah. I'm not a karaoke fan in general.
I do not like.
What about air
karaoke.
guitar competitions? You guys know?
I love that,
it's
but
funny.
just not for me.
Yeah,
You
I'm not
know-
gonna go watch it. It's funny. I get why you're doing it. Yeah, most things people invite me to, I'm like, no. I think I have cancer that night.
Oh my god.
I think I'm busy.
No, I don't like karaoke
I
at
never
all.
have.
My wife loves it.
Right?
We just went to the Comedy Store Christmas party, and they had karaoke there. And of course, everybody's a comedian, so everyone does their
Oh,
horrific
shit.
version
Of whatever. So,
So, like, I heard there was a screaming version of Alanis Morissette's "You Oughta Know," just like screaming.
Jesus.
And I'm like, we're gonna leave. We should leave.
We need to go.
I've had enough.
I've had plenty
Like-
to drink. This is horrible. Let's go.
Let's go. Like there's the like so if you are doing karaoke, making fun of it is the only way it's any good
Uh huh.
to me.
Yeah. No. Totally.
Now then you get those people that come over or they are upset that you shit on it
Yeah.
and they're like, you know, when I come do Garth Brooks, I fucking mean it.
Yeah.
Like
Keen, Robert Wheeler, and myself, we got kicked out of a place.
Funny you
in-
should say
in
that,
Orange
because I've-
County for doing that. They were like, "Not funny, get out." Because Keen, I think Keen had also dropped his pants and took his shirt off while he was
that's
singing,
awesome, dude.
and was wearing a motorcycle helmet, and you know we were they were like, "No, don't disrespect."
The
I
road
can't.
venue.
I
They
can't
got
believe you're
kicked
saying this because
Yeah.
we almost got our asses kicked, me and Keen and Brendan Walsh at a karaoke place because we went to this place on Vermont. It was around holidays,
Right.
like 12, 13 years ago, and we got pretty drunk, and then we're like, let's go over to the Thai place next door because they serve like after 2.
Nice.
but they're serving like some kind of like moonshine or something because we all
Right.
got wrecked.
right.
And Brendan Walsh, you know, he's a jokester, man. Like
Yeah.
everything's a prank with him.
Right.
So it was like he put in 3 in a row for Celine Dion, the Titanic song.
Ah.
So one person goes up and sings it fine. I think it was like Keen. And then there was Brendan was like the second one, I think. And that's when it was like, okay. And then I get picked to be like the third, the
guy.
asshole version of it.
Yeah.
And then some guy who was like kind of hanging out with us, like adjacent.
Right.
He was a sketch comedian, so he liked attention. And he's like, I'll do it. I'm like, do it. You do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So he goes up and he does it. And it's like fucking, it's like obnoxious.
Yeah.
But when it gets really bad is when other people that we don't know are up on stage doing their different song. They're not doing the Celine Dion song.
Right.
And Brendan Walsh gets like our whole group to sing like near, far, wherever you are, like over top of their shit.
Oh boy.
And this dude came over to us and he was like just got out of the military or whatever and he threatens to kick our ass.
Jesus.
And we were all just like, yeah, we're sure you will. And we just like shut the
Confirmed.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Copy that.
And then we walked back to Keen's place. It was like me, Henry Phillips, and Brendan Walsh. And
Wow.
like everybody was like really fucked up to where they like couldn't talk or anything. And you know, it sounds rookie to be like, I think they dosed us or whatever, because you're already drunk when you get there.
Right.
But everyone was, we're talking about professional drinkers here, and everybody was laid out. And then my friend told me later, like, yeah, that's what they do over there. They just like, they'll put it in a Budweiser bottle, but it's like some mixed up version of
Jesus.
like rubbing alcohol and
basically
non-alcoholic.
knock you out.
Turpentine
Get
and
you
shit.
out.
Yeah, probably. We ate though. We ate.
After that I don't mess around with the karaoke people because I realize like they're insulated world.
Yeah.
This is what they want. They don't think they don't want comedians around.
No.
Those two worlds should not collide.
No.
Right? And then I saw the next level of it, which I didn't know existed, which is where people bring in their own music and then they sing their songs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they just hand them
Are
a
you-
disc
what?
and then they sing their songs that they wrote.
I don't want to hear that.
That's next level
I
karaoke stuff.
definitely don't want to hear
I ain't
that.
trying to hear that.
So I was like, wow, this is really serious stuff. I'm not going to joke with these people because they don't have nothing to do with it.
No, they take it very seriously.
Very seriously, yeah.
So that's it. It's over. I've done it too. I've put in the alternate lyrics, like Lionel Richie's "Hello," and the last line is "I love you." Mm-hmm. But let me start by saying, "Fuck you," and everybody's just like people came over and talked to me like, "You can't do that. You can't curse. You can't change the lyrics. Like, this is not good." I'm talking about people who work there.
Oh, yeah?
You're all,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
grown,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I was like, all right.
Anytime
Okay.
anybody, there's karaoke going and someone thinks, oh, I'm just going to sign Bryan up. And they call my name, I'm like, nope.
Oh, that's too good.
Like, it's not happening.
That's
I'm
too
not.
good.
It's not happening.
Oh, this is great. Can we play this, Aaron, and then we'll talk to Wendell? This is phenomenal.
Let's go back the other way. No, just go up and then talk to him. Are you kidding? I'm so embarrassed. Look at how funky he is.
Look how
So funky.
funky.
The guy in the suspenders is
I
extra
will
funky.
never be hip.
I'm hot, and you're not.
Oh my God,
Hang with
dude.
me, I'll give it one shot. Top that.
Wow. Fucking 80s.
You can, but you'll never top that. Top that.
It was 89, though.
Well, oh, Teen Witch.
I wish I was a teen witch.
Oh,
There she
yeah.
goes.
She's about to get funkier.
Idiotic, disconnected, not respected. Who would ever really want to go and top that? Such a waste of pretty face, but hanging in your nose space. I wish that you would take a look and really stop that. Top that. Well, stop that. I don't really give a about trying to top that. Top that. Stop that. I wish you finally take a real look and really stop that.
Just remember,
Wow.
people auditioned for this.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yeah.
Stop that. I don't really give a about trying to stop that.
Top that.
Big deal.
Stop that.
Unreal.
You can try to, you blue.
I will make a fool of you.
Top that.
So I recognize the two girls.
Yeah, me too.
Stop that.
I don't recognize anybody.
The top that girl is from Dirty Dancing, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think
Jennifer,
That's not
whatever.
Jennifer.
No.
Not Jennifer
It's
Grey,
not the main
but
one.
she's in.
She's in it.
I looked it up because
She's like her friend.
she looks so familiar to me.
Well, who's that other girl? Because the other girl looks real familiar.
I think that's the Karate Kid girl, isn't it? Or is that Hilary Swank?
That's a good chance.
Did you guys
Hilary
actually see
Swank?
the movie when it came? That's Hilary Swank?
No.
No.
Did you guys see this movie when it came out?
Never.
No, I
never
never
seen
saw
it. I
this.
saw the best part already. Why do I need to watch it?
Yeah.
Top that.
No, I saw the other shitty dance fucking singing movies.
Okay.
Like I saw the breakdance movies.
Brian said, people audition for this. In my head, I was like, this is somebody's big break.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
Somebody bought a Porsche because they fucking got those 3 guys all bought a new car.
Well, and that redheaded actress, she had a career. I recognize
she
her
did.
from a lot of stuff.
She did. She's familiar. I don't know who she is, but she actually did stuff.
This guy is, I mean, I'd be intimidated to rap against it. He's a 35-year-old high school student.
The amount of experience under his belt, or suspenders, or whatever he's
Look,
wearing.
I've done the 12th grade several times,
Yeah,
guys.
7 times.
The 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, the 80s.
Fucking 80s, dude. Just cranking them out, boy. Just cranking them out.
It is so hard to get movies made in Hollywood, and then there's
yeah.
this one.
This dog shit. Yeah, and this is when they like took drugs out of movies.
Yes.
Right? Until
That's when they're like, so cocaine stops around
Yeah.
85.
Yeah.
'Cause they're like, this is getting out of hand.
yeah, the Reagan era, no more fun, guys.
Everybody goes to rehab.
Yeah.
And then, but we're still stuck with some old habits.
Right.
But they're not as inspired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Top that.
Top that. Top that. It's like, oh, this is dog shit.
Not only that, like, I think probably they hired MCs or like singers, people who usually didn't rap,
For sure.
to rap. And then they lip synced over top.
Yeah, and that is-
Supersonic, idiotic. This shit was all right though. It just, it lacked the experience
Soul?
of of like a hip hop
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah, it definitely
and
lacks soul.
An actual rapper.
But that's because when it gets to that point, it's jumping the shark, right?
Yes.
It's like they're like,
Yes.
well,
That
this is
is-
what the kids, right? This is what the kids like.
Kids
Yeah.
like
So
this
let's do
stuff.
our version for the kids.
Right.
An innocent version, something that speaks to our
Right.
innocent generation.
Yeah, and it takes 2 years from the first like Dig 'em Smacks commercial or whatever, because that's how long productions took back then, right? So it's already, it's like it is jumping the shark, but it's also 2 years later.
Way,
jumping
way
the shark.
past it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and there's a table full of people with big suits on, with
Yeah.
the big fucking shoulder pads,
pads.
and they're all just like, "We're about to conquer the summer hits."
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about
Yeah.
a lot of crossover.
yeah,
Yeah.
We just found the Pat Boone of rap.
yeah, yeah. Soundtrack, dude. Just
Well, there's plenty
count
of
your
those out
money.
there too. The religious raps.
Oh, dude.
Let's connect with the younger generation. It's
Yeah.
like you have to have somebody in your circle that just says, "Guys, no."
You got to stop.
The answer's no.
Yeah.
That never happens at church.
I know.
It doesn't.
They're so starved for entertainment. They
Right.
they don't get the good artists.
Right.
All the good artists are involved with Satan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
if they can get somebody that resembles, it's like Satan light. It's like we're gonna take all the attractive stuff
Right.
and we're gonna clean it off until it's just no good anymore.
Like, I had those friends that'd be like, "What'd you do this weekend?" I was like, "Oh, I was at the fucking Dio concert. What'd you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I watched these 2 buff guys rip telephone books apart." Yeah.
where
it's
did
like,
they see that?
This fucking look it up, dude. It's these 2 twins. They got like this fucking super mullets, and it's a Christian thing, and they rip telephone books
Through the power of Christ.
through the power of Christ.
You will never be able to call anyone ever
Right.
again.
And through the power of Satan, I am fucking like a rainbow in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put a band behind those 2 guys.
Yeah. it's-
Otherwise, I mean, what do they do for the next minute?
well, they're
That's
probably
like 1 minute of entertainment.
Yeah, well, they're probably playing music like we just heard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jesus fucking gave us the power to rip these food telephone books. And those guys went around the country.
Yeah.
Sure.
Went around the country.
Did either one of you guys grow up with People?
People.
People?
It was called Up with People. It
Oh,
was a
I
positive-
thought you. I was like, yeah, there was.
they were
people
like
all
a
over the place.
positive singing group. Like it take take
That
the
already makes me
village
laugh.
people and take all the village people parts of it out of it.
I saw
Yeah.
something like that.
and then create like a vanilla group of
Yeah.
people with just uplifting messages that would go school to school and sing uplifting
I
songs?
saw this. I saw this.
Yeah.
It probably
they did like
different.
They did like the first 20 Super Bowl halftime shows.
Up with
Are you
people. did?
serious?
Yeah.
Even he knows.
Oh, that's
I can't believe you guys
awful.
never heard of Up with People.
But it was religious too, right?
I don't know if it was or not.
I saw a religious version where it was like they took that Rolling Stone song. It was like his love's for real, it won't fade away. His love's for real.
His.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about JC.
I again, somebody needs to say no. There is no positive message that you can bring into a high school that's going to connect with a bunch of assholes.
Right.
No.
It's just there's too many. Most of us are just assholes in high school because
Yeah.
we haven't found ourselves yet.
Yeah.
You eventually, hopefully, grow out of
And
being
you
an
look
asshole.
you
but-
look in all the wrong places.
Yeah. So then you bring that in. It's just like it's oil and water. It's
We
not, it's
we
not
had
happening.
we had the best speakers in Southern Maryland though, because it was like a drunk driving town. Like there's been like newspaper articles written about it.
Right.
And this cop came in and he was just like he was talking about this car accident that he saw.
Right.
You know, to try to like scare you straight or
Sure,
whatever.
sure.
And he goes, and I looked inside the passenger side door, and what do you think I saw? And somebody's like, brains. And he goes, who said brains?
Who said
brains?
That's awesome.
Because that's exactly what I saw.
That's
brains.
too good.
All over the passenger side.
Okay,
Everybody's
that probably
like,
connected.
And everybody's like, oh, shit, because you still don't think it's real.
No.
Right.
You know,
right.
you
It's
have
a
no
horror
reality.
film.
Yeah, you're like, everyone's like, yeah.
Did you guys have where they bring the wrecked car to campus?
Yeah, all
No.
that shit. Yeah.
No, I didn't have that one.
Oh yeah, they would always bring a DUI car that's just fucking demolished and put it right in the quad, right in the middle, and you just walk up and go, "Wow, this guy can't drive." Like fuck.
Eric Allen Wendell is here with us with no beard.
Wow, you look like one of those hairless cats. Scary.
That's the second time I've heard this joke now.
Ah, not original. All right.
Just a few months ago, I looked like this most of the time.
Yeah, I
But
know.
It seems to,
It's
it
so
seems
weird.
to surprise everybody.
Didn't you have a goatee or something?
No, I usually
Just the face? Huh.
it usually just grows out into like a bigger 5 o'clock shadow, but I just happened to shave like a day, 2 days ago, or yesterday.
Little
Was it
soul
yesterday?
patch?
The day before.
Yeah,
Well-
but you didn't go full bald, did you? I mean, I still see some like light stubble there.
Oh no, I shaved my whole head.
Woo! Looks good, man.
Why did you? Are you?
Wow.
Did you also bleach your body? Where's the crime? Why are you getting rid of
No,
all the hair
yeah.
on your body?
I want to look terminal.
Dexter.
That guy in New York hired me to.
Oh.
There's another healthcare CEO.
Oh,
that,
boom!
he's
Current,
looking at.
current jokes.
Yeah. No.
What'd you get rid of the beard for? You just had enough of it?
I mean, yeah, dude, every time I brush my teeth, I get toothpaste all over it. Every time I eat, I get food all over
It's
it.
true.
I lay down to go to sleep. I got hair in my fucking face.
I'm all-
constantly
I'm-
itching my nose.
I'm
It
all
was
for
just
it, man.
Awful.
I feel like the beard thing has run its course. I'm not saying, I'm not. If you have a beard and you like it, fine. But like for a while, everybody had a beard.
Right.
I had
Right.
a beard.
Yeah.
And I got rid of it for all the reasons that's why I don't understand these guys that can live with them forever.
Yeah.
A full beard. I'm not talking about like a
Yeah,
light
sure,
beard.
yeah.
That was a full beard. And I tried growing mine out. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's
grow one
annoying.
if I wanted to.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
should try just for the podcast.
It's not allowed.
Oh, they-
Okay. What do you, by who, you?
I look like my dad. My wife
Wait.
told me a long
Oh,
time
your
ago.
wife says it's not allowed.
Yeah, so when we used to film those things and I'd do a fake mustache, she just goes, "Don't you ever fucking grow one of those." She goes, "You look like your dad." Absolutely 100%. And I was like, "Oh, copy that. Done."
I need to see a picture of your dad, and then we'll put up the one with your fake mustache.
It's
and
him.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's
Yeah,
him.
it's him. Yeah, it's totally him.
Frank McKeskey and your dad.
Yeah, same guy.
Yeah, lots of people have. I mean, a lot of people I work with have them, but it's like, of course they manicured it way more than I did. I didn't do a single thing. I just let it grow out. And I mean, I would trim like right here and like on my cheeks a little bit. So it wasn't totally like,
That's what gave it the
but
snapped-on look.
yeah.
Yeah. The Playmobil look.
Yeah, I liked the maintenance you did, but I like this
But
even
I think
more.
the
I
other
like the
people
shaved
trimmed
head.
down here and they made it a little more manageable maybe. I still feel like all those things would go wrong, like food on it, toothpaste,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're heading into a new era of shaved
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be lazy for the next week or so. It'll be a little bit bigger when
I'm
we do the
sure,
next show.
but listen, this is a big presentation for the podcast. This is going to be our highest rated YouTube.
Oh,
The
dude,
unveiling
we're
of
going for
Wendell's
2 million
face.
views now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unveiling
Look
of his
out.
of his new look.
What we know your new look. What's your new see? What did you see? What movie are you reviewing?
I was skimming around trying to find something to watch, and I was like, oh, you know what? I never saw that Brothers movie on Prime with Josh Brolin and Peter Dinklage.
Oh yeah, I never seen that either.
Mm.
And I'm like, I was like, you know what? I just saw Peter Dinklage on, like, I just was, he got off a plane I was about to tow, and they had this service at the airport.
Can I stop you? Do you have
Sure.
his luggage tag in your bathroom?
No, none. I don't do luggage. All I do is tow planes.
Yeah, but
And-
don't you have a little wall that has like people's information on it, like Kate Beckinsale? Don't you have something?
I have a shitty little mirror that I used to keep in my locker at a competing airline back in the day.
Rhymes with
And that's back when we actually did stickers. I don't think anyone even does it. They scan, everything's scanned at every
Right.
airline now. They just have a little fucking hand scanner for everything.
Okay.
So they don't do stickers
All right.
anymore.
All right.
But
if
yeah, I
anybody
used
had
to
seen the
peel off
inside
a-
of your locker, would you have been confronted by the FBI?
No, it's not as like weird or crazy. I don't think.
Okay,
as
all right.
you
Just sounds
guys
like you're
make it
collecting
out to be.
trinkets. Okay, just want to
not-
make sure.
Not stalkery.
No, I just thought it was cool. They were on the plane I was working or whatever, or I went up and I had to talk to the captain about something we put
If
on
they
the
bust
aircraft,
Wendell,
and I saw them in first class.
They'd have to bust
Hmm?
everybody that worked there.
Yeah,
Right.
fair enough.
Yeah, I sniffed a couple seats. Big
deal.
Because it's not like
Meg
hotels
Ryan
where
was in
you
first
can't
class.
right. You can't lie about your name when you fly, so you can't have a fake name like a hotel. So
Right.
you are who you are. So that's how you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's fair.
Yeah, when I saw the bag, I mean, it's just right over here. I have it. It's a magnetized mirror. I got 5 stickers on there, and I can't read it from here. But I remember Kate Beckinsale was one because we talked about it
Oh,
before.
I remember her, even though I wasn't there.
I mean, it's like her and I think Meg Ryan, Rob Dyrdek, Elliot Gould, and I forget who the 5th one was.
Elliot
I don't remember.
Gould.
Marilyn Manson.
No.
You walk in the
Never saw
plane and
him.
Marilyn Manson's in first class, you're like, this is gonna be all right.
He's just he's going to listen to this podcast. Just so you know, if he
hope.
tracks, if you put his name in anything, he tracks it. Just so
I'd
you know.
love to be a
These guys are
star on the
pretty
Dope
good. Really?
Show.
Yes,
Guys are
this I
pretty
know.
good.
All right, Wendell.
Dude,
Hmm?
maybe that's our key to success. Brian just cracked the code. We
Yeah.
need to tag Marilyn Manson in our show, and then he'll start watching. Everyone that follows him or watches him will start watching.
We'll need a celebrity from 1996
On his next
to really kick
interview,
this off.
on his next interview, he'll be all, I'll tell you what sweet dreams are. The full charge power hour.
We're all stars now on the Power Hour. All right, so Wendell, you saw Peter Dinklage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not allowed to take pictures or do anything crazy or anything. But I mean, I just nodded on the way by or whatever. He was getting picked up by. They had this. Oh, there it goes. I guess it's not the beard after all.
You reminded me of something one time though. I was traveling with Tosh in Anchorage, and we had so many people with us, we had to have 2 cars, and one of the guys that's driving is texting the tour manager, going, "Can I get a picture with Daniel?" Like before he gets on the plane, and the tour manager's like, "He's fucking texting while he's driving."
Oh my God, dude. Well, don't kill
No.
him.
This dude, he was a weird dude. He said his parents would give him, like $500 if he got a 300 in bowling. This is while he's in high school.
That
So
sounds,
instead of
that
studying-
sounds Anchorage.
So instead of studying, they're encouraging him to be at the bowling alley,
Right.
which comes back to the extracurricular activities, I guess.
Gotta be the best, son.
So you saw Peter Dinklage.
What? Wait, did he get the picture? What
Yeah, yeah, he got the picture.
happened?
Bad behavior is never punished.
Wow.
That's fair.
I can't believe he agreed to it. I figured you would just got fired on the spot or something. Like,
No, I
what are
mean-
you doing texting and driving?
He's going to be never rehired, but I don't know that
Oh,
Daniel's
yeah.
been back there.
right.
You know, it's just one of those things. And then as a tour manager, you're on to the next thing anyway. Like, oh, fuck, there's no gas in the plane. Not that that's really his responsibility, but
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
all right.
Yeah. No, anyway, so he got picked up by premium service at the airport. There's this service at LAX. They drive these white, expensive ass fucking cars around and pick you up, drop you off at the gate and all this.
You
get,
think I don't know
VIP
this?
Service.
Come on. I feature in Syracuse. I get the star treatment.
Yeah. Someone told me this costs like $20,000 a year or something. It's like really ridiculous. They have like a lounge and everything off of Imperial. You can like shower. They have food, a bar. They drive. You don't have to go through security. Well, you go through security over there, I guess, their version of security, but you don't have to go through TSA at the checkpoint and all that in the terminal. They drive you right to the aircraft, drop you off, and walk you up the fucking jetway to your seat.
Wow, you're really blowing up Peter's spot there.
Lots of people
Dinklage's
do it.
spot.
I mean, I just happened to see him that
Yeah.
day. But anyways, so I saw brothers. It was him and Brolin and Glenn Close. I hadn't seen her in anything for a long time. And M. Emmett Walsh and who else? It was one other person. But anyways, it had a really good cast, and I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, it has Ethan Cohen wrote it, and I know what everyone's thinking. Oh, Brendan Fraser was the other person.
All right.
And no, Ethan Cohen is not related to the Cohen brothers, as far as I know.
I saw that. There's another Cohen named what? Eaton?
Yeah.
Which sounds just
Yeah,
like
that's
Ethan.
Ethan, that's what.
Which is
I thought you were
so-
just saying Ethan wrong.
I thought he was speaking West Virginia at first.
Right.
Ethan.
So, yeah, I had to look him up real quick. I'm like, wait a minute, am I misreading this or what's going on? Like, so I looked it up, and this is the guy that wrote Idiocracy and Tropic Thunder
Right.
and Get
Okay.
Hard
All right.
and like Men in Black 3 or one of the Men in
Yeah,
Black.
because I just watched Idiocracy
this should be
again.
good.
My wife's like, this isn't a real Cohen, is it? I'm like, I don't think so.
A real Cohen.
But there's no reason
I mean, I
to watch
didn't do any-
Idiocracy anymore. Just turn on the news.
Yeah, it's fucking prophecy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can't. Yeah, he wrote a documentary and he didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So what's this?
So I'm
movie?
thinking, okay, this is going to be great. You know, I mean, look at this cast.
Uh-oh.
Look at this writer.
But did
No,
not hire comedic
not so much.
people.
Yeah, not. It wasn't. It was all over the place, and it was. It's a storyline you've seen so many times before. Glenn Close is the mother, and these guys are. I mean, it's a combination of so many movies, so many bad movies. It's like Twins, where Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin are twin brothers.
Are they?
They're, in the movie, they are.
They
Yeah.
are? Oh,
Obviously,
so
that's
it is just like
ridiculous.
the movie Twins.
Yeah, so it's just like the movie Twins, except there's a heist and robberies and shit involved instead of, whatever happened in Twins. I don't remember.
Whatever
It was so
those
fucking long.
shenanigans
So,
were.
It's like Twins meets Throw Mama from the Train.
A crime.
Ah, what a great movie!
two
Throw Mama
Danny
from the
DeVito
Train. I gotta
movies.
watch that again. That was so awesome. That's a bonus. That's a bonus 5-star 5 ice cream truck right
Okay.
there.
Oh.
Throw Mama from the Train. Okay.
Wow.
retro
bonus
retro
5.
truck.
Yeah, that's 88 for Twins. See, this is stupid, right? 89 for like Throw Mom from. I remember the dumbest fucking shit. Who needs to know when those movies came out on video or in the theater? Yet
Apparently
I
you.
seem to know the dates for them, and I can't remember what I fucking had for lunch yesterday.
No.
Like that's how bad my
I
fucking
think
memory is.
I think you remember what years those movies came out because like you can actually remember who you were when you saw them. You can like picture yourself in the movie theater and like what year of high school you were in.
No, I don't even know that. Well, I guess I do, but
just know
I don't know.
numbers?
Like I was working at Blockbuster was I working at Blockbuster?
Let's look at the biography.
No, I
Let's
wasn't
go to
working
your
at Blockbuster
Wikipedia
yet. I
page.
started working at Blockbuster in 91.
Who cares?
I think this is all on your Yelp page. Not
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a bio
No,
on
it
your
just
Yelp
doesn't
page?
make sense. I
It's
can't
fine.
remember to turn the fucking oven off, but I can remember when this shit came out on
Well,
video. Because
there's
I was
some
working for
autistic kid
Blockbuster.
that shares all this with you, and he's real proud of you.
It's gonna be fine.
Well, that makes me really sad.
So,
Listen, you got a movie to review. You gotta power through this.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, sorry. Let me get back on track here. I get
Don't be
sidetracked.
quitting on me in the middle of a review.
falling
Turn into a
asleep over
therapy
here.
session. For
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Sorry
So
about that,
you're
buddy.
gonna
no,
be
it's
fine.
all over the place. Glenn Close is the mom of the twins.
Sure.
And she just robbed some emeralds from someone, and her fucking
emeralds.
boyfriend are outrunning the police, and she stops by real quick to abandon her family and tell them that she's on the run and she can't take them with her and blah blah. So there's that movie, and then they're like, then late years down the road, after Peter Dinklage goes to jail for a bust,
Spoiler.
and Josh Brolin's character goes on the straight and narrow and stays out of jail. Guess what happens next? Peter Dinklage gets out of jail and wants to do one more fucking crime to just be the last one we're gonna make the big money on. It's gonna be the last crime and blah blah. We've seen that a million fucking times. And then all of a sudden, of course, their mom comes back into the picture from hiding for years and wants to rekindle the relationship. I mean, it's just so many cliches and played out storylines. It was just totally forgettable. I don't even remember what happened at the end. It wasn't even worth remembering. Who cares?
Oof.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
One ice cream truck, awful, just awful.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Sorry, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Seriously.
Peter. Yeah,
Hey.
very
Sorry,
disappointing.
Eaton.
They can't all be Game of Thrones, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for us for the Full Charge Power Hour.
Going out strong.
I hope you have some happy holidays. I think this will come out. I think this will come out before Christmas.
Oh, cool.
If not, I hope you had a happy Christmas.
Hey,
I don't
Happy
know.
New Year.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing with your life. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/The Full Charge. Share, subscribe. Excuse me, all that stuff.